on, everybody? It's still alive, and we back with another one, man. And I don't do a lot of reactions to any WNBA shit, to be honest, for the most part. But I did one the other day, and seemed like people kind of liked it a little bit. So we're gonna get into another one of these. And this is I just seen it popped up. I know a little bit of what goes on, of what's been going on, you know what I mean, between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham and just in the league and shit. But I've never made any videos and I don't know a crazy amount about what's going on. So we're just gonna let it kind of play through so I can just hear what they're saying. I don't know what this video is. I haven't watched any of it. So we're gonna get right off into this. Make sure y'all drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let's do it.
Leaking out, finds her. And Reese can't finish the layup.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
I thought when she got some of those easy baskets to go in the paint that, quite frankly, she had struggled with to open the ball game, that's when you saw this defense begin to pick up its energy, this dream squad to begin to play with a little bit more confidence.
Yeah,
athletes know it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
7 points.
Seconds. Howard launches. Missed it badly. Reese the putback.
Oh, God.
Howard launches. Missed it badly. Reese the putback.
Atlanta continues to own the offensive glass here in the fourth quarter. Great board, just could not convert it.
Was pushed under the hoop just enough to not.
Yeah, athletes know it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Know how it's how you start, not how you finish. That's fucking hilarious. Caitlin Clark smiling behind her like that is diabolical.
Yeah, athletes know it's not how you start, it's how.
I've never watched an WNBA game in my life. I've seen the highlights, I've seen the videos. I've never sat down and watched a WNBA game, but this is fucking funny.
How you finish.
When it comes to the biggest rivalry in basketball right now, look at the NBA, WNBA, as well as college. In my personal opinion, it's Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. As looking at these two players, not only massive fan bases, but history that dates back all the way to college.
That thing on her lip comes and goes quite a bit, and it's always there. Like, she always has that little
in 2023 and 24. Comparing Reese and Clark as players, look, Caitlin Clark, a transcendent player. Angel Reese is a very, very good player. Reese been the Clark foil.
I would honestly say Angel Reese is not a very good player. I would say she's a average player. From what I've seen. From what I've seen, I would say she's an average player. I think he's being very generous.
Beginning, it was a good story, actually worked. Fast forward 2026 though, Angel Reese's game has kind of stagnated, whereas Clark has ascended to this offensive player in the league, and at worst, a top 5 player. And look at these head-to-head matchups.
Open a new SoftQ checking account now and receive a welcome bonus.
Top 5 in the league. I don't necessarily know the numbers. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of or watch any WNBA like that from just what I see, you know what I mean? But I would say from what I've seen, she's probably top 5 in the league for sure.
Locked in tuition from.
Clark.
The way she plays, though, I would say, like, in her fan base, she's the best in the league there.
When you're out, dominates them like you wouldn't believe. Compared to Reese, significantly more points per game. Assists, not even close. And shocking to me, Clark, head-to-head, averaging more blocks and steals, rushing better from the field, 2 and 3. Looking at the basic counting stats numbers, the only thing Reese has on Clark is rebounding.
Yeah.
And looking at those rebounds, let's admit it, the majority of them come for own misses.
Yeah, I heard people were calling them me bounds, where she grabs her own boards over and over again.
Via wide-open layup attempts.
Reese seals off. In and out, gets it back, the old board, no, Reese again.
6 rebounds as well. There's no one better to learn from when it comes to being a beast on the boards than Angel Reese.
Me bounds.
You serious?
He said, you serious?
As someone who's fairly neutral on Angel Reese, I'm not a massive fan of her, also don't really hate her. Seeing her being compared to Clark, honestly, I have a ton of sympathy. As again, these two players not comparable in the slightest.
Not at all.
Putting Reese on the pedestal on Clark's level, the disservice to her.
Not even close. I'm not hating on Angel Reese either. I haven't seen that much of her, but that's pretty funny. The me-bound shit is hilarious.
And her game. Because looking at Reese's game, it's rugged, ugly, and not appealing to the casual fan, even the average basketball fan. Whereas Clark is transcendent, box office, and must-see TV.
Facts.
At this point in Reese's career, 3 years in,
yeah, she has completely gave the league identity. Before Caitlin Clark came into the league, I never heard anybody talking about the WNBA. I'm sorry, I just didn't. And she completely gave the league an identity and changed the way people are talking about the WNBA for the better. I'm a basketball fan, so I think it's great. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is great for women's basketball. But she's definitely not or Angel Reese is definitely not on Caitlin Clark's like level. Like, realistically, she's not. Yeah, it was a great rivalry to push at the beginning, like he said. So fucking, you know what I mean? The hype, Caitlin Clark coming into the league, you know what I mean? Angel Reese coming into the league. It was a great rivalry, and it really gave Caitlin Clark like that rivalry to have that people wanted to watch at the beginning. But it's clear now who the better player is. It's not even close.
her offensive game has improved marginally. And look at these numbers right here. Out of players this year in the WNBA, there's 34 players who take 4 more shots per game within 5 feet. Those shots, layups, floaters, shots really close to the basket. Looking at Reese compared to her peers, she's first in attempts per game, shots that close. But here's the sad thing. Based on third percentage, she's dead last, 34 of 34.
Want to be a little more specific?
There's good and there's not good. This is not good.
Now narrow it down to
There's good and there's not good. This is not good.
paint scoring, shots at the rim.
Ridiculous.
These shots quite literally are layups and
Third worst percentage among non-guards. That's crazy. Them numbers are not last. Jesus.
paint scoring, shots at the rim. These shots quite literally are layups and gimmies.
Literally, yeah, little go-ahead baskets is what people used to call them. Go-ahead baskets. It's an easy shot.
Players in the WNBA typically use 2 layups per game. Reese one of those players.
I guess they're not go-ahead baskets for Angel Reese. That's crazy, bro. She's like Shaq with fucking free throws. Like, she can't hit a fucking layup to save her life. That's crazy.
Is first in attempts at just over 9. But looking at the percentage, she's 73rd, third to last. And here's the sad thing. The 2 players behind her, you have Jordan Harrison, who's 5'6", and Skylar Diggins, who's 5'9".
Short players.
Looking at Reese right here, it's pretty embarrassing. As unlike Caitlin Clark, who pulls from 35 feet routinely. Angel Reese's radius is about 5 feet, and even then, her efficiency
5 feet is crazy.
Is piss poor on the level of guards who are 5'6". Now, looking at Caitlin Clark skyrocketing superstardom, it's based off is her game, what she does on the floor. As looking at her post-injury off minutes restriction, last 11 games, been a thing of beauty. Points per game, 26.3.
These look like guys' stats, like 26 points a game, 9 assists, 1 steal on 50, 41, and 87. Like, come on, first in assists and third in points per game.
Assist.
Yeah, she's one of the best players in the league for sure. There are some other good basketball players that are getting the showcase now and getting the spotlight now too, because Caitlin Clark brought the spotlight to the league. But I would say, she's first in assists and top 3 in points. She's top 3 in the league then.
9.4, steals 1.3, play much better defense. The overall splits are phenomenal, 50, 41, and 87. If you had those numbers in the end,
I have heard that Caitlin Clark's defense is her one weak point a little bit. Not that she's a bad defensive player, but like that's her one weak point a little bit.
NBA, a full 48-minute game, you're an all-star player flirting with first-team All-NBA. The WNBA, that's unheard of, and those numbers are godly. And get this, out of the last 11 games, Clark had 6 games of 20 points and at least 10 assists. Very, very impressive. But here's some context. If you look at WNBA history, the most 2010 games in a season, points and assists. Players not named Clark, here's the top players. Courtney Vandersloot, who had 4 back in 2017. then Alyssa Thomas, who had 3 in 2023. That means Clark, an 11-game sample size, has more 20-point and assist games than any player in league history.
Damn, that's crazy. She's going nuts. She's going nuts out there. She's straight balling, dude. Holy crap.
Over full season. Again, this right here is insane. All-time production, never before seen in this league. And looking at Clark's game as a whole, I mean, right now she's peaking in year 3. Scoring average.
Okay, first for points in game, first in field goal, first in 3 percentage. Okay, yeah, she's the best player in the league by far.
Career high. Field percentage, career high. From 3, career high. And true shooting percentage, also career high, now cracking 60%.
Good. Pretty good.
Caitlin Clark right now as an offensive player is simply unbelievable.
Yeah.
And looking
she's unguardable.
past her 3-point shooting, which gets tons of views, tons of clicks, what's improved drastically is her play inside the paint, at the rim, in the mid-range. As looking at her finishing at the basket, nearly 68%. Among guards who qualify,
that's crazy actually. Yeah, I wonder what the average is among guards.
The 3rd highest mark in the entire WNBA.
Okay, the highest mark in the... I was about to say, that's really good at the rim for a guard. I'm not going to lie.
And looking at mid-range shooting, 41.2%. Among guards, top 10 field goal attempts, 5th overall. When you have a player like Clark who's efficient in the mid-range, at the rim, and can pull the 3, and also pass, a player like that in this league is virtually unguardable. And again, look at
her. She just gave up on the play, laying down. She didn't even attempt to get up.
Pass. A player like that in this league is
she
virtually unguardable.
And just stays there. She's like, Caitlin's going to hit the 3 either way, so what's the point of me trying to get up super fast?
And again, look at the flip side.
Crazy.
Clark's gravity, her range, versus Angel Reese, whose game is predicated 5.
I've seen some of Angel Reese's 3-point shooting. Oh my God. Never shoot a 3-pointer, Angel Reese. Stop.
Feet and in, that's all she does. And even then, you know, her making a layup, it's 50-50 at best.
Alicia.
Her making a layup is 50-50. That's crazy.
Gray, Atlanta's points leader, against Connecticut last week. Reese still has the ball.
Fold laundry.
I'm sorry. I didn't come into this video to hate because I don't know a lot, but that's bad. And the fact that people gave her a nickname, or not a nickname, but we're giving her rebounds a nickname, calling them me bounds, is crazy. Because that's terrible. I didn't realize she was shooting that bad. Like, I don't follow the NBA, or the WNBA, but damn.
Long story short, looking
still has the ball.
Long story short, looking the Clark-Reese rivalry, at this
he put the throw up ass shit in there. What the fuck?
Points in media creation, the reality doesn't really exist. These two players could be further apart offensively from the skill, talent, overall draw based off their game.
Sophie's a beast, and Sophie, I be seeing her started stirring up so much drama on the court, dude. She be funny as hell.
And to hide that point even more, look at Clark this year for the rest of WNBA history. Overall assist average at 8.3, the 8th highest ever for a single season. And the players she's behind are Courtney Vandersloot and Alyssa Thomas. Of course, being top 10 in the stat all time, a phenomenal achievement.
Facts.
But looking at Thomas and Vandersloot when they accomplished those seasons, what was their age? 29 to 33.
How old is Caitlin Clark? She's only been in the league for a couple years, hasn't she? Like 3 years, something like that?
Clark right now is 24 in year 3. My overall point being, give this girl...
Yeah, because she didn't come from high school. I forget. Like, I'm so... Like, the players I watched the most, like, they came from high school, like Kobe. So I think year 3, you're 21. But I forget most players play 4 years in college. So you're 21 when you come into the league, 22 when you come into the league.
3-4 years time, those records, those numbers, already smashed like you wouldn't believe. And like I've said over and over again...
You guys think Caitlin Clark's going to go down as, like, the GOAT of the WNBA? Be honest. Let me know in the comments if you think. Like, at the end of her career, if she has a long, healthy career, you think she'll go down as the best ever to play in the WNBA? I think she's got a good case, and if she keeps playing like she is and keeps working hard and has a long career, she's got a chance to go down as one of the best to ever play, for sure.
Not just the passing and playmaking, but they combo that with her scoring. Looking at players like Vandersloot and Thomas, who are great passers, playmakers, their overall ranks in scoring those years, they were never top 15. Thomas, when she did it, was 16. Vandersloot, 2018, was 28th. 2019 31st, 2020 28th, and 21 was 45th. For someone like Vandersloot primarily, she's a passer playmaker, a real true point guard. Someone like Clark, a combo guard who can do both things equally as well. So that right there is in the video, and I'll say one last thing. For a lot of the Clark detractors, people knock her game, knock her draw for the sport. If you look back at college, what was the one constant through line in every game? The most watched games involved Iowa and Caitlin Clark. Yes, you had your UConns, your SCs, and your LSUs, but the one constant through line was Iowa, one of the most watched games in the tournament. WNBA, the exact same thing. The Aces, Lynx, Liberty, they get viewers, but the constant through line is the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. For better or worse, this girl, she is the sport, the driver of the sport. In comparison to REESE, not only more influential, but the much.
It comes down to this. She plays like a guy. She plays like a dude, and she's interesting to watch. That's why. She's actually interesting to watch. It's not that the WNBA isn't interesting. There's a lot of good ball players in the WNBA, but Caitlin Clark is interesting to watch. That's what it comes down to, I think. You know what I mean? She's fun to watch. Like she like the WNBA at times is not fun to watch. It's slow. It's not athletic. You know what I mean? And then Caitlin Clark, the way she brings what she brings into the league, she's just plain and simply actually fun to watch, and people want to watch her play because she's entertaining, and that's why her games are the most viewed. It just comes down to that. And the other girls in the league can get mad about it, and they can say like, oh, Caitlin Clark's not the league, which she's not. She's not the league. I'm not saying that, but her games are the most viewed games in forever or at ever, you know what I mean, in the NBA, and it's because she's fun to watch. And people can hate all they want, but man, that's my take on it, man. Let me know what y'all think below. Make sure y'all drop a like, comment, subscribe. It's still live.